Well, my ladies and gentlemen of two genders, and welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Balander, heir to the frog, and everyone's favorite mainstream comics damsel in distress, comics waifu. And no, I'm not talking about Heather Antos, I'm talking about Sean Gordon Murphy himself, is back with another video. And of course we're gonna react to it and see what he has to say. I watched a part of it, I think I watched like half of it, and I'm like, okay, I gotta talk to Sean here. You know, not directly talked sadly, but respond to his video, because he also said he's okay with that. So, first things first, even before playing the video, I can already tell that he figured out the most important step of making YouTube videos, and that is set your goddamn phone in landscape mode. My dude. Alright, let's get into this.
Hey everybody, this is Sean Murphy. Just wanted to give you an update on where I'm at right now as far as my crowdfunding and take some questions and also answer. A lot of people are asking me what I
Just do the crowdfunder. Just do it. Fucking do it.
think about the industry and where it's headed, so I'd like to get to that. But first of all,
So, here's the thing, Sean giving his thoughts and opinions on where the industry is and where it should go could get him in trouble with his quote-unquote friends. And I don't care, because we are his friends. Sean, we are your friends. Like, your friends that you could quote-unquote... what was the word he said? He could offend his friends or whatever. Those are not your friends, my dude. We are.
just two orders of housekeeping. One thing is about YouTube. I've been thinking a lot about YouTube, what it means to have a channel, and how I want to host my channel, how I want to use it. And I've been listening to a lot of advice. I appreciate a lot of the comments and people telling me what I should and shouldn't do with this. Obviously, I figured out the phone being turned sideways.
He's learning. Our little boy is learning. And he's doing something that a lot of people and companies that aren't, and that is listening. I'm looking at you, Blizzard. Even though Blizzard have been doing a better job, we will talk about it later, but he is listening and he is taking feedback into account, which is a very good thing in this day of instant and direct communication with your fan base and your customers.
And I think the most important thing is I want to use this channel to promote my work, to take questions. I'm not looking to be a YouTube star. I'm not looking to lead a cult of personality. I appreciate people want to know.
Did you just call us a cult? Sean Gordon Murphy, did you just call us a cult? No, we're not a cult. Here's the thing about being a YouTube star. Sometimes it's out of your hands. Because you may not want to blow up on YouTube. You might just be doing videos, answering questions. And if you do something that people like, this is the fucking Todd McFarlane rule of everything. If you put out something that is good and people will like it, you will have success. It's just how it works. So if you start doing, actually when you start doing your videos and you start taking questions, just draw, my dude. People love your art. Just talk about your art, and that's it, and help people improve. That's it. When it blows up, it will be out of your hands. Like, you might become a YouTube star whether you want or like it or not, because that's how it works. That's how it works when you have your fans directly supporting you without having a middleman like DC or anything. You just might become a YouTube star whether you want or like it or not. So keep that in mind and be prepared. Like Scar says, be prepared.
I think about things, but I'm a very much a less is more type of person. I don't like putting my foot in my mouth. I don't like saying things that upset my friends, so I'm very careful about the content I put out there. So,
see, this is a problem. This is the biggest fucking problem in mainstream comics. Those people who you might quote-unquote upset are not your friends. They are not your friends, Sean. Why would they stab you in the back for some... Let's say you put your foot in your mouth by saying, I like to respect the customers. I like to give them good products. We should do better comics. We should lower the, whatever the fuck you want to say about mainstream comics, or about your own work, or about the general level of comics art in comics, which I think is a lot lower than the 80s and 90s. Those are not your friends. People who make you self-censor and be hyper mindful of your speech so you don't offend them are not your friends. We are your friends, Sean. Comicsgate are your friends. We are your friends. Come over here. We're gonna love you. Like, look at Dan Fraga. I'm sure you can talk to Dan Fraga. You can talk to Dan. He was loved. Like, the entirety of Comicsgate was lining up to suck his dick when he said, these guys are my friends. I'm Comicsgate. Like, these quote-unquote friends that I had were never my friends. No one has been ever shunned from Comicsgate besides John De La Rosa, but that's a whole different topic. If you just show up on a live stream, like surprise show up on a live stream with Ethan or with Dan or just talk to Zach in a video, God forbid, and just say, you know what, you guys are right, I'm Comicsgate, let's make some money. Let's make some great comics. Let's make the fans happy. Let's take all their money that they want to give us. People are gonna love you, and your friends, they already hate you. Like, you've seen the Twitter. They're whisper networks, and they don't like you. They already hate you. Why would you play ball with them when their ball is that $10 knockoff ball that let's say soccer ball, football, a proper football, not what you Americans have. It's the $10 knockoff soccer ball that's paint, or the outer coat or whatever the fuck it is, starts peeling off like 2 weeks into playing it. That's what your friends are. We are the pristine, original, made for the people, by the people soccer ball that you don't even want to play with. It so pretty, but you play with it. Nothing happens to it. It has a good bounce. It has a nice firmness. Everyone wants to play with it because it's so cool. This is what we are. Sean, just come on over. Like, if DC decide to shun you because of this decision, because you want to make more fans and make more money, they're fucking retarded, my dude. If DC says, why are you friends with Comicsgate? Why are you Comicsgate? How are we gonna sell books? Dude, you being Comicsgate is gonna sell DC more books. Your Murphyverse thing is gonna sell through the fucking roof because you're Comicsgate. Just come over, Sean. We have cookies, we have brisket, we have the cool crayons too. No one's gonna hate you. Your actual friends are just sitting here waiting for you to just sit at the table and be like, yo, what's up? Let's draw some big fat tits or whatever. Just screw your friends, your quote-unquote friends, and come over. Comicsgate loves everyone. Come on.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it carefully. I want to keep the comment section open because you guys all seem to really appreciate that. If it gets weird or if there's drama, I might turn the comment section off. I'm not really sure yet.
No. Never turn your comments off after you've had them on. Never do that. That is YouTube suicide. If people call you out on something, if the internet collectively comes together to say that something is stupid, then something is stupid. I'll give you the examples of the recent Marvel books: Safe Space and Snowflake, Children of the Atom, whatever the fuck Blizzard are doing with Diablo 4. Do not censor your audience. Do not police or attempt to police your audience. Leave it free so people can express themselves. If there's some sort of drama in between 5 people in the comments, let them talk it out. That's their own fucking thing. Apply the Bruce Lee method. Take what is useful, throw out what isn't, and apply what is uniquely yours. Let the people speak, because that has been a huge issue in mainstream comics. People that wanted to say something weren't allowed to say something, and when they did say something, they got fucking blacklisted. And then they came over to Comicsgate and made a whole bunch of money. Let's try to move on. Jesus Christ, it's been like a minute and a half and we're already ranting. Sean, don't do this to me, please. Please don't. Please don't trigger me.
Yeah, I'm not here to make money off this channel. I'm not here to.
Wrong. Why would you not want to make money off this channel? I know that you don't want to promote, quote unquote, make YouTube videos, but if you make money, nobody cares. What is this fucking communist thinking of? I'm not here to make money off of everything that I could because it's supported by my fans. Let YouTube be its own thing, and if it only makes you like $100 a month, let it be $100 a month. If it only makes you $4.20 a month, let it be $4.20 a month. Don't put this defeatist mindset into your videos. People want to see you succeed. People love you and your artwork. Just let the people love you.
To dive into drama, into outrage culture, to try to maximize my subs.
I feel personally attacked by this, even though I haven't seen much growth, but we're slowly getting there. But I understand why it's not for everyone. Like, diving into the autism pool of outrage culture is not for everyone. And I ask myself every time why I do this. Well, sometimes it's fun to call people retarded, but you know, I can see why he wouldn't want to do those type of videos. But just do art, my dude. People love your art. Like Donald DeLay did a 1-hour analysis on some of your work, and he was slobbering so much over your cock it turned into a slime. It wasn't even like human flesh anymore at the end.
This is just a professional thing I'm doing to help promote my book, my project, my Indiegogo, which I will be doing, and I'll get to that in a second. But I hope that you can understand, like, I'm...
Also, dude, clean your fucking, what is it, dog hairs, cat hairs? Get a rolling fucking thing and just clean that up. If Zach is gonna see this and he's gonna get pissed. He's gonna yell at you for that. Like, come on, that's like 2 minutes before a video. Like, do I look okay? Like, do I look like I've been wrestling with a bear for the past 30 minutes? Just 2 minutes of work. Come on.
I'm not going to use money to buy better cameras. I'm going to use my phone. I'm going to turn it sideways. I'll use Bluetooth, so hopefully I'm a bit clearer, but I'm not going to get into high production YouTube stuff. It's just not my thing.
Nobody cares. I'm just talking into my mic. I don't have my webcam set up because it's going to be a whole bunch of cables going through places I don't want them to go, but if I want to get on the bigger live streams or like be more entertaining to people, I might eventually sacrifice that, but we'll see how it goes. If enough people want to see my big nose on camera, I'll do it. But nobody cares if you have a big production or a big microphone or whatever. Just if you sound like shit, people are gonna care about it and they're gonna be like, yo, do something about it. But if you sound okay, no one gives a shit.
So I hope you can understand that. My job really is to provide comics and content, not to be a radio DJ. So I appreciate you guys understanding that. The second thing is my crowdfunding. When I talk about crowdfunding, sometimes I'll accidentally say Kickstarter instead of Indiegogo. I'm going to use Indiegogo.
Yeah, we got that. It's Kickstarter has been on the playground for a lot longer, and just people use that as a shorthand. People aren't stupid. We get it. And thank fuck you're using Indiegogo, because I don't want to give Kickstarter any of my money. I'm going to be so torn if Brett Booth decides to do his comic on Kickstarter, because I don't want to give them money. Like, they're fucking communists.
But when I talk about it, I might accidentally screw up and say the wrong thing. So I mean Indiegogo this whole time. But I will crowdfund 100%. I mean, a lot of the comments were, the biggest comment was, yes, you should absolutely do this. The second biggest comment was, you're insane. Why are you asking me? You should absolutely do this. And
yeah, like, you are stupid. I'm sorry, my dude. I'm gonna put you on the spot here, but you are stupid for asking this. Just fucking do it. There's good logic on both arguments, but I think the argument for doing a crowdfunder during this pandemic is getting stronger, because books aren't coming out. Marvel just had a pencils down for everyone, or for most of them. I didn't check the article, but there isn't any content being out. People that aren't struggling financially don't have anything to spend their money on, and they, like Todd McFarlane said, people need to keep that exercise of being geeks going, because it's so easy to replace a habit like comics. Like, you don't buy comics for like a month or even 2 months, and you join a gym, you start eating healthy, you start getting supplements, and you just don't buy comics anymore because you're looking sexy as fuck, you're fit, you're healthy, and you just forget, you just knock off the habit. So I think the argument for a crowdfunding project is stronger than the argument against it. So yeah, fucking do it.
I that's kind of where I was headed anyway. But when this whole thing started with the coronavirus, and my first thought was, this is the perfect time to do a Kickstarter. Books are literally not coming out. Diamond is shut down.
Yes, you are correct. You are correct.
Stores are closed, so why not? And some of my friends whose hearts were in the right place, and I do.
No, they're not. Your friends hate you. Give them one shot, one opportunity for them to stab you in the back, and they will turn you into Swiss cheese. I'm betting $4.20 on this. Give them one chance to stab you in the back, even if it's not something big. One chance, and you'll see. Just come into Comicsgate, and you'll see who your friends truly are. Just say, I'm Comicsgate. I'm going on a live stream tonight with Ethan and Zach, and we're gonna talk about comics and big tits and fat asses, and we're gonna have fun, and we're gonna set up my crowdfunding, and we're gonna make a whole bunch of money. See then how many of your friends are gonna stay, Sean. I know I'm crass, I'm used to Eastern European, so that comes with the territory. But my dude, we're all adults here. We are men talking here. You know damn well that those friends aren't gonna stick by. The people who don't want you to succeed are not your friends. They are truly not your friends. Comicsgate is. We are your friends. We love you. We love your art. We would love to have you every night, if possible, on a live stream and just talk with it. Just say, hi Comicsgate. Thank you for liking my art. Thank you for buying my books. I would love you to buy my next book. Here's some art I want to show you. That's it.
Appreciate them saying this. We're worried about how it might look. And I don't disagree with them, especially at the beginning. I mean, we all were sort of trying to find our footing. But now that a month has gone by and other people are getting in on this, I certainly don't think there's any reason why anyone wouldn't kickstart or Indiegogo. In fact,
yeah, fucking do it.
In fact, I think you're going to see a ton of people starting to do this right now because it's the only way for a lot of creators to make money. I mean,
and a lot of people are gonna fail at it because their attitudes on social media, because of them attacking the customers and saying that they're the worst fans, that they do not want their money, and yada yada yada, and they will fail because you cannot go and insult someone on social media because times are different. And even though it's sort of, I'm blocked by Greg, who is my hero in comics and art in general, I'd still buy his books because I know what happened. But I haven't seen him go after fans. He just posts art. He has a bit of he has a rockstar attitude, and that's it. He doesn't attack fans. He doesn't attack customers. He doesn't say, do not buy my book. The people who do say that are gonna fail at their Kickstarters because they are actively discouraging people to not invest not only in their product but in them as people. People want to invest in someone not only as an artist, as someone who provides them with a book, with a product, but someone as a person. Like they want to have some sort of a connection with you, like through live streams, with just bantering with you, like talking about art.
If Todd McFarlane, a multi-millionaire, can get $1 million to create a spawn.
Todd is God, of course he's gonna get $1 million. And did you see his fucking response, the fucking mad lad with the meme? Todd is God for a reason. Like, yeah, just Todd did it. I know his numbers are insane because it's fucking Todd McFarlane. It's also a toy. It's a Spawn toy. But yeah, fucking do it. You can also see his interview about the crowdfunding with Forbes. Fucking do it.
toy, then I certainly don't think there's any problem with me putting out a book. So thank you everybody for your support. A lot of you mentioned Todd, who's kind of a buddy of mine, so I appreciate you pointing that out to me, and I absolutely glad I asked everybody. In hindsight, I'm not sure why I needed to be so careful, but I get it loud and clear.
Because you know your friends are a bunch of snakes, that's why you wanted to be careful. Sean, you employ other people. Oh, I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna clip this right now. His face right here, this is my thumbnail. Actually, let's make it a bit tighter on his face. Okay, now that that's done. Because you know your friends are a bunch of snakes, Sean, that's why you wanted to be careful. You know that they're gonna turn on you. So, fuck them. Come to Comicsgate.
It's gonna start. Give me 3 weeks to put it out. I'm looking to launch middle of May. I've got 6 pages done so far, cover. I want to get some colors going so I have a proper presentation to show you. I've got Matt Hollingsworth on colors as always. It was fantastic. I was going to hire someone to do a video and a production team, but with the virus it's just probably not safe to have anybody over to make, so I'm going to skip the video part for the Indiegogo. Maybe I'll do something like this if it's what you all want to see. And again,
yeah, do a simple video. You don't need to go production heavy, just show a slideshow of the pages you have. Maybe show yourself talking a bit. Say something about the book and that's it. It doesn't have to be something that's super intricate and production heavy and all the bells and whistles. Just say, hey, this is my book called Big Titty Lady. It's about a lady with big tits. And here are some of the pages, here's the colors, here's the cover, here's what I'm asking for. It's live now on Indiegogo, so please come and back it. And yeah, that's it. You don't need to. I don't see a lot of. I mean, yeah, Kyle Ritter is insane, and his video on Starblades is the best one out there. But you don't need something to be hyper produced. I appreciate that you wanted to do that as a fan, because it shows that you care, Sean. Like, this is what a lot of people don't get, and it shows through YouTube so easily. Kyo Simone doesn't care about her YouTube channel or her audience. Sean does though, and it seems he wanted to have a produced video. He wanted to hire a production crew. It shows it cares. And back to my point of Sean hiring people. You have a crew now. You cannot listen to your friends who actively advise you to not make money. Like, people are depending on you to be a leader who will bring in cash so that they can have cash to feed themselves and their families and get raises, and progress in their careers. You cannot do that being a coward and listening to fake friends. You can definitely do that by being Comicsgate, because people are gonna love the ever-living fuck out of you and they will support you, especially when you're genuine, and so far you've shown that you're genuine, even though you're still scared of your fake friends for some fucking reason. And if DC decides to let you go, they're gonna lose the entire Murphyverse. And that's one of the things that makes them a lot of money. And leadership has to be fucking retarded to do that. Like, put me in DC leadership. 18 months, $69,000 a year salary after taxes. I will fix that thing. I will make DC a profitable company. Jesus Christ, it's so easy. Do not listen to your friends. You have people who rely on you to make a lot of money so that they can make money and progress. So make decisions not based on fake friends, but based on sound business moves. Decisions based on making money. It's almost. I almost stopped it at 420. We've been ranting for a long ass while.
I plan on putting out a video like this once a week and trying to take questions. If you have questions for me, you can email me through my website or tweet at me. My assistant runs my Twitter account now, so he can give me the questions, or I can.
See, you have an assistant. Like, you have people who rely on you to make business decisions that make money and not be influenced by fake friends.
And just go through the comments and pick the ones that I kind of see the most. So the point of the video really today is, where do I think comics are headed? Where do I think the industry is headed? And before I answer, I'll say
it's heading to the fucking dirt, if you ask me. It's headed to its grave because there's no actual leadership.
I've never been in comic book retail. I understand Diamond and the history of direct market to some degree. I'm not necessarily the best qualified person to answer this question. I'm obviously on the content side. I'm good with marketing and customer service and reaching out to readers and that sort of thing, but as far as running an actual brick and mortar shop, I've never done that. So I'm happy to be corrected. I look forward to seeing response videos. I didn't realize this was a thing on YouTube.
Oh, response videos has been a thing for a while. There used to be an actual response video section in your videos where someone could click the button and it would load. Like, let me scroll down. It would load here underneath the description. There would be like a bunch of response videos, but now you just gotta say I'm responding to Sean.
Have these like slap back response videos, which you all seem to like. So yeah, if you agree or disagree, please let me know and tell me where or what I might be missing here. I think the first thing that everyone can agree on is we're gonna have to cut back on titles.
Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit titles that don't deserve to exist, especially when they have trash teams on it. Yeah, less books.
Most shops unanimously agree there's way too many comics coming out. Now, in a free market capitalist society, that's what happens. That's what can happen. There's no authority to limit the amount of comics being published, obviously. So it's not like someone.
That is true, but here's the thing. Comics that do not sell are just on the shelves to take up shelf space should also not exist. Because if they are not wanted, they are just flooding the shelves. Marvel, you retards.
Snap their fingers and demand that there are less titles out there. This is obviously what's happening already, with a lot of creators being told to put their pencils down and publishers cutting back. I believe DC is not let anybody go.
Good. DC still remains the hallmark of professionalism, even though Jim Lee has yet to say something as a leader. He's doing something as an artist. He's doing sketches. He's auctioning them off. He's gonna be helping comic shops, but they shouldn't be in a position where they need handouts and donations to survive. They should be in a position where they can sell enough. They were selling enough beforehand that they can survive this, and only like the actual struggling shops would die off. But now all the most shops are struggling and they're gonna die off because the products that they have been given to sell don't sell because they're garbage.
As far as editorial staff and all that, they're firing on all cylinders as much as they can, trying to find a new game plan. But yeah,
get me on DC leadership. I have a plan, I have a vision, I know what to do, I know who to hire, I know who to fire, because it seems like that's something people don't know how to do these days, because you actually do need to fire a lot of people from DC. From Marvel is most of them, but there's still some people at DC that do not deserve to be there.
I think we have to cut back on titles. I do also think that we need a new focus on digital.
Fuck digital. Fuck digital, my dude. I agree with Todd's idea of putting out free digital comics so that nerds can be nerds and read comics. But fuck digital. Nobody cares. People only get digital when they cannot get books. Physical books. And why can they not get physical books? Because there are no shops. Because they closed down because they couldn't sell the garbage that was pushed on them. Fuck digital.
I think we should figure out a way to lower the cost and double the customers. I am a traditional school guy. I like the smell of paper too, but my niece and nephew don't give a shit about the smell of paper. They like the smell of their iPad. Sorry. I know I'm a boomer.
He said it himself. I ain't even gonna say it. He said it himself.
I would love it if I get that for Batman White Knight. If I have 100,000 people spending $4 on a book, I personally would rather have 200,000 people spending $2 on a book. So same money, double the customers. I think that's the safer way to do things. It keeps.
That's a good viewpoint, but you can do that in print. I still don't know why you have this expensive paper on fucking comics and sell them for $5 or for $4. Just you damn well know you can cut the prices down to a normal comic book price. Like comics were selling better in 2012? That Zach did a video when there were like 170,000 copies at the number one or something. You damn well know you're overcharging for garbage. If comics were at, let's say not $2, let's say $2.50, they would sell more. If they were everywhere, like they used to be, they would sell more. Like you can do that in print. I'm not paying $2 for one single issue of a comic, especially since I know it's just a fucking PDF. $1 per comic. If you want to do the digital, $1 per comic. And that's it. And if the shops complain, then they complain. They will complain because you're not giving them good product to sell. Because if you sell a good product, they shouldn't have a reason to complain about digital. Like only the actual boomers of comic stores are gonna complain about digital. If someone is selling well, why would he complain about someone else or something else selling well? It just success breeds success. So someone might read your entire White Knight on digital and go buy the trade afterwards or the single issues. They can very well be cross-pollination between the two. But fuck digital.
Comics more vibrant, it gets a lot more people through the door, and when comic shops do open up, specialty shops do open up that have Funko Pops and all of the t-shirts and stuff that we like, we will have double the customer base. I think, in my opinion, that's what I would like to see. I never really understood the serialization of comics as a customer. I was never a Wednesday warrior. I get why some people are.
Because it's a habit, and that's how you maintain a habit. By knowing that every Wednesday there's gonna be a comic you want to get. And it's also, a publishing strategy of, let's say, we have our top 4 books are gonna come out in each week of the month. So we have our number 1 coming out week 1, our number 2 week 2, our number you get my point. It's also to make sure that you don't have a very strong selling week. Let's say week 1 and week 4 are very strong, but week 2 and week 3 are garbage. So it kind of levels out the whole month, or it levels out the numbers week by week. And it also helps get people excited every week about something, because that's what a lot of mainstream comics are missing. Excitement. People want to get excited about the comics they're going to read. Like, oh, this week I'm going to read Batman, next week it's going to be Batgirl, and that after that it's going to be Superman, and at the end, Justice League with that big sexy event. And yeah, it keeps people excited and it keeps the habit going.
But I just don't know if we can produce so many floppies on so many titles while we're trying to rebuild this thing. I know
that is true. You should definitely cut down on the number of titles you have, and you should go away with the fucking retarded bi-monthly publishing. Was it bi-monthly or bi-weekly? The twice a month publishing thing is garbage. Have you seen Batman recently? There is no art direction on Batman. Like, you see every 2 or 3 issues there's a different guy doing Batman. It's such a visual shock to jump from Jorge Jimenez to Tony Daniels. They're both good, but it's such a difference in style. And then you jump back to Mikel Janin, who is also so different in style. It's such a visual shock to the client. It's stupid. When you hire people on a title, the biggest rule, one of the top rules, the first one is be a good customer service rep, because you gotta sell this shit. And if you cost this company money because of your attitude, because of how you act on social media, you are fucking out. And the second rule is you gotta be prepared to do a run. I don't want you in a big book that you're gonna stay on 4 issues on and then fuck off to Marvel or something. If you're gonna be on a book, you gotta be prepared to do a run. At least a year. At least a year of the same artist on a book.
A lot of comic book shops don't like hearing about digital. I know there was a plan floated out there where if you buy a digital comic, you put in a code, and the shop, your LCS, basically gets a commission on that sale or something like that. I'm not sure what that plan is, or if it recently
It went down and that plan is retarded.
got voted down or whatnot. I'm not really sure, but I just thought that was an interesting idea, was to do this shop code idea. The third thing that I want to talk about is the European model. In Europe, they don't really focus so much on Wednesday Warriors and floppies. They just go straight to trades. And they go for high production value, hardcover, beautiful.
Yeah, we do one book a year because it's usually 1 or 2 people. It takes a fuckload of time, but you make a beautiful book and people buy it, and that's how we go.
Full colors, something like this. I think this is Italian. And this is, usually it's 44 to 50, 60, 80 pages, and you get one of these a year. So artists and writers have plenty of time to create their content. They're not under the gun like American comic book artists.
Yeah, you can actually have time to produce product you're proud of, and it's not just a paycheck, and you're not just shitting things out.
They're allowed to take more time. I don't think they get paid as much because they're working a lot slower. But hey, Europeans take 4-hour lunches, so whatever. But I would sort of like to see that European model mixed with the American model, which would mean
you can just do it by yourself, Sean. In Comicsgate and crowdfunding, just do one sexy ass book a year that took you a hell of a long time to produce, and let people buy it and let people support you. And that's how Ethan goes. He's like 1, maybe 2 books a year that are high production value, that people are gonna love, people are gonna get excited about, and people will support. Like, look at fucking Cyberfrog. It crossed $600,000 because it's a high production value book, because Ethan is taking his goddamn sweet time with the pages. He's doing the best work of his career on this book because he is not under the crushing roller of the monthly grind in mainstream comics.
Focusing less on floppies, focusing more on trades. I think shops should probably think about diversifying more, outside of Funko Pops and t-shirts and all that. I know shops don't like hearing me say this, and I always want to do what I can to support shops, and when I have my crowdfunding going, I'm going to have a special tier to help shops.
That shop's thing about his crowdfunding thing is very good. Give them a discount, let them sell it. That's perfect. You sell more books, people buy more books, that's perfect. But the fact that shops don't want to hear about diversifying their products is stupid. Like, would you rather make money and still be in business, or would you rather be stubborn and go out of business because you didn't want to sell magic cards? You don't even have to host the tournament, just sell the fucking magic cards and that's it.
Shops have done a lot of good by me, and I've done a lot of good by them, but I just don't know any way around this. And I sort of think of it like...
Oh, and the thing about the trades and the floppies, definitely have a lot less floppies about just the bigger characters and the characters that sell more. It should be, do it like this. Just have the bigger characters go on the monthly floppies and have their respective trades, and everything else, just do it on a trade. Just do it on a trade. It's so simple. It's gonna give people more time, unless you decide to do something stupid like putting out 30 trades a month for different titles. Just let people. This is so good for actually for not harvesting, for nurturing young talent that maybe they aren't as fast. Maybe they cannot take a monthly schedule for long. Maybe they need more time. Maybe they need more help with different parts of their skill sets. But do that. Just have your big, let's say big 10. Let's make it 12. Pick your top 12 to be a monthly floppy so that you can have 3 of them per week. And then do everything else in a trade that's in a trade, regular trade. And when you go to Black Label, which would be the premium book, no Kelly Sudoconic, no none of that garbage. Premium creators like Mark Silvestri and Greg Capullo and David Finch and Brett Booth and Sean. I'm talking to Sean here, but and himself. Do that in the premium album version. That's, you know, fancy schmancy shit. Do that. There's so many ideas, but where is the fucking leadership to make the fucking decision, to have some balls to say less books, less prices, top tier creators, let's work on our I'm not gonna keep talking because I'm gonna give out all my ideas. DC, call me. 18 months, $69,000 per year after taxes. I'm gonna fix this fucking thing. Or else I'm unemployable by other companies because I'm gonna be the guy that failed to fix DC.
CDs went out of vinyl records went out of popularity for a long time, but they're back. And I would sort of like to see.
Here's the thing about vinyl though, I think they're still the best audio quality out there. I think they're the only lossless, or how the fuck you say that, quality out there. And they were always around, they were just not as popular.
A comic book shop treat comics like high-end vinyl records, the new ones that are coming out. Yes, you can get your favorite band through digital download, but a lot of people love the band so much that they will spend $40, sometimes even more, on a giant vinyl record that has beautiful wrapping, booklets inside, special content. I mean, they really...
See? You're talking yourself into being Comicsgate. This is what people want to do. People love you so much that they want to buy your book and they want to support you because you are you and you're awesome and your work is awesome. Why would you still listen to your dumb fuck friends who are like, it's gonna look bad because you're trying to make money in a pandemic? The guy has a family to feed. He has a team to feed. You fucking dimwits. Of course he's trying to make money. Come to Comicsgate, Sean. Come on. You know it's stupid to not be. Come on, we're gonna love you. Like, you're gonna make a whole bunch of money. People are gonna love you. You're gonna love them back. You're gonna do the best work of your life because no one's gonna pressure you to do a book a month. And if DC decides to let you go, they're fucking retarded and they should still call me. Come on.
Want to pay a premium for that immersive experience. I know not all customers are like that. They just want to hear the music so they can go for a jog. But I know that there's a lot of people who do want that trophy in their bookcase, and I think comics can operate that way in the U.S. as well, which, in my opinion, is sort of what they're doing in Europe. I would say also that I wouldn't just obviously cancel all floppies, but I think it would be interesting to see what if, for DC, for example, what if the highest selling Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman stuff, that still came out as floppies. That way we would be able to retain...
Yeah, I just told you that. Like, stop copying what I say, Sean. Just get to the next point.
The culture the comics is selling. And that's something that I don't think a lot of people talk about. Is one of the products that comics sells that books and music stores that the music industry doesn't quite sell in the same way is comics are selling a culture. The idea of serial...
Yeah, it's a culture. It's not only a fandom, it's a culture, and it's fucking awesome.
Realization and having Wednesday Warriors come in isn't just about buying product. It's about sort of meeting with your family, the friends.
Yeah, you're meeting with your friends, chat about the story, about the comics. You shit on this stupid writer called Mark Waid. You defend Rob Liefeld's artwork. You talk about the next book. You talk about the previous book. You talk with the shop owner. You shoot the shit. You have some fun. You go. You get some tequila. It's fun. It's a whole society. We live in a society in comics.
Your comic book shop. And people like to make fun of Big Bang Theory, but I think that show's only done so many things. I think that show's done a lot to help the industry, especially San Diego Comic-Con. But I think that people who come in on Wednesday, they want to talk about Star Wars or Star Trek, and they want to talk about how they love it or hate it, or their thoughts on the new X-Men movie, or whatever it might be. And, their husbands or wives or whatever, kids don't want to hear that shit, so they go to the comic book shop, and that's where they...
Can you stop copying what I say and just get to the fucking next point? Come on, Sean. We're trying to have a conversation here. Come on, my dude.
Coalesce. And I think that's a super important thing that comic book shops do, and it's a unique characteristic of comics that nobody else really has. So, as much as I say, let's focus on digital, I'm not blind to the fact that we are selling culture here, and I would like to see the industry in the future find a way to retain that weekly culture, that family sort of vibe that we managed to have in shops.
Yeah, I said the same thing. Also, fuck digital.
which is why I'm thinking just because we focus more on digital doesn't mean floppies don't come out anymore. I think big, successful floppies, I think some variants and, whatever tricks the industry wants to do, the stuff that they know.
No. Hold the fuck up. Marvel has been running with their tricks for ages now, and everyone's too fucking scared for some fucking reason to call them the fuck out. No tricks. If you're gonna have a variant, let it be choice. I like what DC are doing with A and B cover. And if it's something special that there's a few variants, everything should be by choice. No incentive bullshit, no order bullshit. Just you want 3 covers A, 3B, and 20C, then that's it. No predatory bullshit. Sean, come on. You're inside. You're on the inside. You know this is bullshit.
That's going to sell should absolutely still come out in floppies, but I don't think it should be a burden on the stores to decide what they should buy. I think it should be a pleasure for stores to want to buy.
Sean Gordon Murphy is gonna get exposed by Twitter for being pro customer service, which we all know is a dog whistle for the alt-right and comics gate. But yeah, stores should not have to carry your burden, Marvel, in your goddamn garbage books.
Buy these unique products of the titles that the stores know they're going to sell. I mean, if there's only one Batman book coming out, I mean, there'll probably be more if we go to this plan. Comic book shops aren't going to blink twice because they know they're going to sell Batman. Where shops feel the squeeze is when you're asking them to buy stuff that they have no idea who's going to buy it, and they don't even really want to take a chance on one,
Yeah, it's literally, who the fuck is this for kind of books, like Miss Marvel, like Captain Marvel, like all of the garbage that Max Vasadra is putting out. Like, who is this for? What is this self-insert garbage? Why is this on the stand? Why is this not digital only or trade only because it's so bad? Why is the lowest selling book in the goddamn country on the stands, taking up space that someone better can have?
So I just would like to see that sort of a model happen. I don't know how tenable that is, if it makes sense. I know shops probably...
Oh, it's very easy to orchestrate. Get me inside DC for 18 months and I'm gonna show you.
Are going to be mixed on this. A lot of them have moved over to just selling trades already. One of my local shops only carries a handful of new floppies and mostly focuses on image stuff and a lot of the graphic novels that come out after the fact. So I don't know, this is just food for thought. And I already talked about selling culture. So that's kind of all I wanted to talk about today. If there's something I'm missing, please let me know. Yeah, that's all I got so far. So yeah, any kind of topics that you want to see in the future, I'd like to bring my wife in to film me while I'm inking. I know a lot of people want to see me.
You don't need to burden your wife with this. You can look up how to set up a camera on top of your desk while inking, so you don't have the shaky camera and you don't have to burden your wife with it. You can just set up a camera and that's it. Buy a C920. I think that's the camera model. You can go on Twitch. I have a friend, his name is Chris Art. I'm going to leave a link to his Twitch in the description, Sean. Just go on his stream and see how he has it set up. And you can just ask him, could you show me how your camera is set up? I think he used duct tape to hold the camera in place. But basically, the same way you have your lamp, you just duct tape a camera looking down at your desk from the lamp. And that's it. You don't have to burden anyone else. You just need to make sure that the lighting is okay. And just draw. Go live on this channel and just draw. And that's it. People love your art. And if people have a question, have some sort of cheap paper on the side. If someone needs a demo to show them a quick demo or an example like Brad Booth does on Twitter. And that's it. It's not that hard. He hasn't done because, like he said it himself, he's a boomer. But just tape a webcam on your lamp thing. On your lamp arm, on the arm that's holding your lamp. Make sure the lighting is okay. Just fidget with that, and that's it. I'm gonna leave a link to my friend Crease's stream in the description anyway, so that you can go and ask him directly or just see how he has it set up. But that's it. Just tape a fucking webcam to your lamp's arm and just draw and just entertain people. Remember, look at the chat every, let's say, 40 seconds. You don't have to time it anally, but you know, try to look at, just lift your head up and just look at chat, because you're not doing a monthly book, you're not running a deadline. Nobody cares about deadline. Like, if you say you're gonna give the book in August, but you give it in September or October, as long as you update people that, hey, I'm gonna be late, I've been doing a lot of live streams, so I'm a bit slower than the usual, but I love talking to you guys, so I'm gonna do the live streams, but the book is gonna be like a month or 2 months late. I know that it sounds scary, but if you communicate openly and constantly with people, you're gonna be forgiving. They're gonna be like, yeah, he's on the live stream, we talk shit all day, he draws, he's a bit slower than the usual, but I don't care, I'm gonna get the book anyway. And that's it.
Draw, not talk, which I appreciate. Yeah, and I appreciate your support. I will announce my Indiegogo in the middle of May, so stay tuned for that. And as always, thank you very much for your support.
Oh, this is Brian here.
A lot of people want to see me draw.
Sean, don't do the drink and draw garbage, because they don't talk to the chat. They just talk among themselves and they don't look at the chat, and it's boring as shit. Talk to your chat, no matter who it is. You're gonna have a lot of Comicsgate in your chat. Say hi, Comicsgate. When someone says, hey, Sean Murphy, when Ethan walks in, when Donna walks in, when Zach walks in, just say hi. Just be a regular person. People love you. They wanna love you more and support you more. Remember to look up at chat and just talk with people. That's the most important thing about these live streams, whether it's on Twitch, on wherever it is the interaction. It's you talking with people. That's what separates the people who cannot do YouTube and are not built for YouTube or live streaming or whatever from the people who are. Draw, and remember to lift your head and just look at chat. You don't have to. It's impossible to answer everyone, especially when chat is flying by. But if you have like 5 people talking to chat, that's easy to keep up with. It's a skill set that has to be trained and learned, but it's not difficult. No one's asking you to talk all the time while drawing. I know that's difficult and I can't do it. And when I do it when I'm gaming, my skills go down by a fuck ton. But you can draw in silence, look up like every minute or so, respond to a few questions. If someone is asking like, hey, what's your approach to figure drawing, you can just get a cheap piece of paper, just scribble for like 30 seconds to show them, and then go back to your regular drawing, and that's it. Just please respond to the chat. Please talk to your community. That's the most important thing about crowdfunding. It's not just going on Twitter for 30 minutes and then handing it off to your assistant. It's you coming here on YouTube, when you come here on YouTube, and respond to your chat. You don't have to respond to comments on the comments on your videos. Although just giving them a heart to show people that you've liked, that you've read the comment is enough. But when you do live streams, you need to talk to your chat. Like, that is stream suicide if you do not do that. Talk to your chat. They want to support you as much as they can. They want to buy your book, they want to watch your videos, they want to super chat you, they want to buy your crowdfunded book. Allow people to show you their appreciation of your work and of you as a person, because if you're streaming and it's fun, people want to show their appreciation of it. They want to support you, even though you might not be hampering for cash. Let people give you $1 from super chats, or let YouTube pay you $10 a month from your videos. Do not cuck yourself out of people supporting you. Allow people to support them as much as their means allow it. Sean. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Sean, for listening. I don't know for how long I've been going on. Make sure to like and subscribe so we can build a stronger lifeboat. We are developing our 3-oar paddling style. Before I go, this is a message to all Comics Gate creators. I have sample pages in the description below. Check them out. If you're looking for an artisanal book, let me know. I also have an editor with 12 years of comics experience who is also Asian, so you know he's extra good. And he will do his best to make sure that our stories are the best that they can be with our current skill set. Thank you again so much for watching. Go show Sean Murphy your love. This isn't a call out for you to shit on him. Show your support. Please go into his comment section and talk to him, because this is the most important skill he needs to learn when it comes to YouTube. Talk to people. And I will see you in the next video.